Hi guys, hope you guys having a very great week so far. I just want to encourage you, and I want to encourage all of the parents out there um, who have kids, young kids especially. Um, Sometimes we think that it's about being the perfect parent, but I've come to learn recently that it's not about being the perfect parent. It's about uh, showing up, right? It's about the parent that shows up and is a part and becomes a part of what their child does or what wants to do. We live in a world and a society that tells us that, we have to be perfect and we have to do everything right. But we're human. And as parents, we're going to make mistakes. But it's not about being the perfect parent. It's about showing up. It's about being a part. It's about loving your children and allowing your children to grow and to find their place and to find, what they want to do or what they love. So it's very important that as parents, um, we don't have to be perfect, but we do have to put forth the effort and show up. Because oftentimes, our parents didn't um, didn't show up. Our parents um, didn't give us the love or care that we needed. They did what they felt was right, which might have been through gifts or, money or what have you. Um, so it's important that we identify that, and it's important that as parents, we don't put certain things on our children that were done to us, that we love our children and we let our children find their way in whatever they desire or whatever they want to do. So I just want to leave you with that, just to consider that you don't have to be the perfect parent, but you do have to show up. You do have to love your child. You do have to protect your child. And you have to protect your child from anything or anyone who is toxic, anything or anyone who, uh, you know, is not loving, is not caring, is not kind. I know this happens in um, I know this happens in every group, but one thing that in the Black community I've seen that I don't like is when we force our children to have relationships with people out of authority. So in other words, you may tell a parent may tell their kid, well, that's your grandmother, or that's your uncle, or that's your aunt, or that's your cousin. It does not, and hear me what I'm about to say. Yes, it may be somebody in authority, but if there's a person in authority who is not a part of your child's life, and it doesn't always mean coming to every event or coming to visit. That's not what that means. People choose to do what they're going to do. So if a cousin, a grandparent, godparent, what have you, it does not matter the authority. If a person is being toxic, or if a person is exhibiting behaviors or actions that is not loving, that's not caring, that's not kind, you as the parent have every right to set boundaries and to do what you need to do to protect your child. I'm tired of people, especially in the black family, trying to, you know, I don't want to use the word guilt trip, but manipulate, hijack, deceive. I don't like that. Yeah, you can be a grandparent. Yeah, you could be a godparent. Yeah, you can be a niece or nephew or aunt or uncle. At the end of the day, as parents, we have to protect our children. We have to set the standard in our families pertaining to our children that you may have did that with me, or you may have did that with this person, but when it comes to my children, we're not going to have that. Because if we don't protect our children, it's going to be a perpetuating cycle. And we have to break these cycles in our families. So I just wanted to encourage all the parents out there, protect your children. You don't have to be the perfect parent, but you do have to show up. You do have to love your child. You do have to care for your child, because if you don't care or love your child the way they need to be loved, you trust and believe when they get older, the world will. And you don't want the world loving and caring for your child, because there's nothing that the world can offer. So I hope this video helps you, and I hope you guys continue to have a great week.